the greatest pound for pound fighter in mixed martial arts is gonna be fighting today, and that is Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson going up against Wilson Hayes. This is MMA Live, coming to you from Kansas City, Missouri. UFC Fight Night, Johnson versus Hayes. Welcome, ladies and gents. The main card is about to open, and the featured prelim just got over between Roy Nelson and Alexander Volkov, and as I expected, Alexander Volkov getting the unanimous decision victory through his superior striking and range of maintenance. This is Harry from MMA Live, and you're tuned in to the most elaborate and technical MMA fight analysis channel on YouTube today. Welcome. Let us see who have joined us today. Here we go. As the promos cut, let me check whether everything is alright. It looks like it. Here we go. Let me give you a quick update. On what the fuck is happening. Oh, forgot. Absolutely forgot. Apologies, ladies and gents, for the slight delay. In getting through to you. Whew. Damn, man, damn. Sorry, couple issues going around on the channel now. Oh my goodness. We got 4 awesome fights. Stephens versus Moicano, Jacare, souza. We're just about joining when he retires. Wilson Hayes is known for his crisp wrestling and jiu-jitsu, is what I've been told by my friends today. 3-fight win streak for number 3 ranked Wilson Hayes, as I will give you a quick update on what happened today in the Underton court. Zach Cummings pulling out a beautiful submission early in round 1, and the third fight of the night was between Anthony Smith and Andrew Sanchez. Andrew Sanchez loses for the first time inside the octagon as he gets defeated by KO late in round 3. Good comeback for Anthony Smith. Then we had Devin Clark versus Jake Collier. In my book, that was an upset of magnanimous proportions, as Devin Clark defeats Collier unanimously to get a surprise victory in my book. Then we had Aljamain Sterling coming back into the win column after back-to-back defeats in his previous fights. This should be flyweight, correct. Flyweight bout between Tim Elliott and Louis Smoley, as Rashid Magomedov was my pick for the bets. Then we were left with only 2 bouts in the undercard, with Patrick Williams versus Tom DeQuinoy. DeQuinoy is how we pronounce his name, I suppose. Very boring fight here, but again controversial, till round 2, as Tom finishes the fight via beautiful knockout, which led us to the main featured bout in the heavyweight division. Alexander Volkov versus Roy Nelson. Alexander Volkov, as you can see, dominating the striking exchange. As we wait for the main card opener, Stephens versus Moicano. Moicano is undefeated, 10 wins and no losses for Renato Moicano. Jeremy Stephens hits really hard, is a veteran of the sport. We have to see what happens in this beautiful fight. My prediction is Stephens by KO, probably round 2. What up? No, no, Raw Nelson did not kick the referee this time. He did not. But he's not enough, as Volkov dominated the striking exchanges. So Carmelo Rodriguez, that is your update as we are done with breaking down the undercard just about right now. Thank you. Wanted to get to see whether this guy can use the weaknesses in Jeremy Stephens' game and get the victory. Jeremy Stephens' record is 25 wins and 13 losses. Renato Moicano is 10 wins and no loss, as I said before, with one no contest in his mixed martial arts career. That is the fight coming up next. Let us see what happens. As they enter the octagon, the first one is Renato Moicano opening the main card. He fights out of Brazil, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner with good wrestling. That is what Renato does. Let us see how the shit goes down today. Here we go. Jeremy Stephens entering the octagon. Unbeaten, 5 wins by submission, all by rear naked choke. Former Jungle Fight featherweight champion is Renato Moicano. So he has a lot of experience in Brazil, especially in the Jungle Fighting Championship. He is undefeated. A lot of people are picking him as the odds are very nice against Renato Moicano for a guy who is undefeated. But Jeremy Stephens can knock people out of nowhere, so you gotta be careful on that one. Let us see whether Jeremy Stephens can get this done against the newcomer as he enters the octagon. Des Moines is the place from where he hails from. A little heater MMA is a swear handle. Jeremy Stephens, a veteran of mixed martial arts. It is 5 a.m. in my country, and I need some Red Bull to stay awake. Cause this shit is all sorts of bonkers today in terms of things in my country. 10th most knockdowns in UFC history, finished 19 of 25 and 17 by knockouts. He has notable victories over Rafael dos Anjos, Dennis Bermudez, and Renan Barão. That is how good Jeremy Stephens can be on his night. So not to underestimate this guy at all. But Moicano is no joke. His jiu-jitsu is as legit as they come. Jungle Fight featherweight champion, Renato Moicano. Let us see how the odds are. Let me know in the comments who your prediction for victory is in this particular fight between Jeremy Stephens and Renato Moicano. The favorite is Stephens, quite significantly, as the newcomer is pretty much unknown in the UFC. But I would probably not go ahead with any predictions of mine. Could go either way. Let's look at their reach and height. Stephens is 30, Moicano is 27. Moicano is the taller fighter, 2 inches taller, and 1 inch reach advantage for Renato Moicano. Jeremy Stephens, though, is ranked number 5 in the featherweight division. The legendary Bruce Buffer doing the announcements as usual. Good tattoos on his hands. Let me tell you that. Las Vegas odds gives 185 minus for Jeremy Stephens. I think this is a fair odd for both the fighters. Let us see if Stephens can keep the standing. This should be an easy victory for Lil Heathen MMA Jeremy Stephens, who looks like the hometown boy, most probably. Looking at the crowd pop for the main card opener, the referee is a new guy, Mike England. Yes, he's a veteran with a new hairstyle, the beautiful Chrissy Blair doing the ring work. Will they touch gloves? Do not know. Jeremy Stephens is very dangerous in round 1. Let us see how this goes. They take the centered and they exchange leg kick. Lots of feints. Jeremy Stephens has a solid right hand. Good outside leg kick. Exchanged by both men. Jeremy Stephens winging it on 0. 4 minutes remaining in round 1 in case you want to sync this up with us. One outside leg kick. Lots of kicks thrown by Renato Moicano. Jeremy wants to close the range and go for the one-hit quitter, but that is not happening as of now. Good axe kick attempt, good outside leg kick. Jeremy Stephens has to be careful. Oh my goodness, he might gas himself out if he throws punches like this all day. Beautiful inside leg kick again by Moicano. As expected, this kid is no joke. Lots of air is what Jeremy Stephens is hitting. Good punches by both men, but Moicano getting the slightly better ones. Moicano is circling Stephens all day, and whenever he is in range, he gets some leg kicks off. A beautiful inside leg kick by Moicano. Oh, another one. Lots of leg kicks. Jeremy Stephens has to be careful. Moicano is doing what Stipe Miocic did with Fabricio Verdum. Lots of ranginess. Oh, beautiful inside leg kick. Jeremy Stephens' leg must be hurting because my eyes are hurting just looking at this. Stephens though has to be careful of the danger of the punch that Moicano possesses. Surprised that this fight has not gone to the ground yet. Good inside leg kick by Jeremy. Oh, good straight right. Taken on the chin by Moicano. Oh, good one too. Oh, good one too by Jeremy. Jeremy Stephens' leg will definitely be an issue. Moicano is not willing to engage in the exchanges. Oh, Jeremy Stephens wants to end this bitch. 1 minute 52-51. Oh, good jabs exchanged by both men. Jeremy has to be is really slowed down actually by those leg kicks. It's clearly apparent. Jeremy Stephens is just throwing too much. Moicano is very smart. Beautiful level change and takedown by Renato. Very nicely done. In the guard is Moicano, and do not go anywhere. I will give you links to where to watch the fight live with us as soon as this round ends, so stay tuned to the channel as I give you links to watch the fights with us legally. I am watching this right now on Sony ESPN as Moicano moves to half guard. Jiu-Jitsu is a strong suit of Moicano, so Stephens has to be careful. Going for a Kimura from guard is not gonna affect a veteran in Jiu-Jitsu like Moicano. Very difficult to pull this off from the bottom, especially from half guard on the bottom. Pretty difficult, but Jeremy Stephens is still going for it. Moicano surprisingly is not able to do much. Looks like Jeremy Stephens has got his hands clasped, which is making defend last 5 seconds of the round. Moicano did not do much on the ground, but still that is a clear 10-9 round in favor of the newcomer Renato Moicano. I think Stephens lost that fight clearly, just because of the leg kicks and the strikes landed by Moicano. I'll give that round to the newcomer. Good first round though, good opener for the card. Good stuff. These fights on, little man, I am also going for DJ, the greatest pound of pound fighter after Anderson Silva. Fight live with me and other listeners who are there on the channel. I am currently watching this on Sony ESPN. That is the first channel which is there on that comment section. So please, if you have cable, XBMC, Cody, search for these channels ASAP so that you can watch these fights with us. Renato again taking the center. Beautiful right hand connected for Moicano, but Stephens just took it. Stephens just winging, man. Good sprawl. Stephens will get tired very easy if he keeps winging it like this. Good jab by Renato, who is the smarter fighter according to me. Keeping the... Oh, good outside leg kick by Stephens. That one landed hard. Renato though, not going for the takedown early in round 2. Good outside leg kick with a jab by Stephens. Stephens looks like he's on speed or something because he is not getting tired. Oh, good punch connects for Stephens. Gotta be careful. Renato moves away, circles away. Good stuff. Good outside leg kick. Good jab by Stephens. Much better connections in this round for Jeremy. Spinning back kick feinted. But Stephens does not want any of that, so moves out of range. Good outside leg kick by Renato. Very entertaining second round. Good inside leg kick by Renato again. Good inside leg kick by Jeremy, who has the heart in this fight. Stephens is definitely slowed down compared to the first round, and he is landing a lot more of the leg kicks. Renato's hands, oh, good right hand connects for Renato. Most of the punches landed by Jeremy are being blocked by Renato till now. Good teep kick by Jeremy. Renato's just moving away. He's barely engaging. Oh my god, he's running away like Alexander Gustafsson ran away from DC in their title fight. Oh, good 1-2. Connects for Moicano, but Jeremy just takes it. Good inside leg kick by Jeremy Stephens. Jeremy Stephens is beginning to get tired. Oh my goodness, Moicano is frustrating Jeremy Stephens right now. Good punches connected by both men. Uppercuts are the punches of preference for Jeremy. Good outside leg kick. Oh, winging it. Oh my goodness, whiffing thin air. Jabs exchanged. Entertaining first fight, man. Seriously. A lot of people are sleeping on this card, let me tell you that. But this is not gonna be good in the eyes of the judges. This running away shit, which Moicano is doing. Oh, almost missing again. Moicano still trying to run away. Moicano is not. Second set of links are coming up right now. You can see this. Probably the most reliable thing on the internet in terms of watching UFC fights. If none of the above CC, there should be a link there. See, if you got some traditional cable, just subscribe to the channel. It's around $1 for Sony ESPN for a month. Let us see how round 3 goes. Round 2, I guess, should be in favor of Stevens. Winging it early. Moicano much more interested in engaging in this round. Good sprawl, and good pressure by Moicano as he takes Stevens down. Not good for Stevens. He is in guard. What I don't like about Renato is his inability to, and as I speak, he tries to recover. Oh, good. Jeremy's willing to engage. Good outside leg kick. Good pressure by Jeremy as Renato goes for the takedown but sprawls and does not connect. Good jab by Renato. Jeremy Stevens throwing the pressure. Renato wants to take down, but Jeremy says, no son, you're going to engage in a brawl with me. Good outside leg kick engaged by both men. Oh, good leg kicks by Renato. Man, Jeremy Stevens just wings it. Good jab connects. Good 1-2. Jeremy Stevens is bleeding out of his nose for some reason. Good stuff by Jeremy. But Renato's still out of danger. 1 minute 51 seconds remain. Jeremy has to be careful. Renato just not willing to engage. Oh, good left hand by Renato. Judges might give this to Renato actually. Looking at accuracy. A good straight punch lands for Stevens, who still has a good gas tank, but is definitely getting frustrated by the movement of Renato, the Jungle Fight featherweight champion. A good punch to the body. Probably Jeremy should go to the body because he has not tried that punch throughout the fight. Oh, good one connects for Jeremy. Good punch. A good outside leg kick by Jeremy. Good outside leg kick by Jeremy Stevens. 30 seconds remaining. Could be anyone's fight. Judges might give this to the newcomer. Split decision coming up, I feel. Let me know in the comments who you got. If oh my god. Oh, good punches connect for Jeremy Stevens. Jeremy Stevens does not understand what Portuguese he is speaking, but still, whoo, nice fight. Good fight. So that brings us to the end of the first fight in the main card. Stevens versus Moicano. The official decision is yet to come. In case you want to watch these fights, the links are in the comment section. This MMA Live, your channel down fights. Reis. undefeated, 11 wins and no loss for the Jungle Fight champion, who is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. UFC welterweight champion Tyron Woodley is in the house watching the fights in Kansas City, Missouri. UFC 211 is coming up on May 13th. Card that is going to come up. 17 first round finishes though for the person they call the alligator, Jacare Souza. Re-signed with the UFC recently, 8-fight deal. He is going up against Robert Whittaker, 18 wins and 4 losses. Guys, don't go anywhere because the middleweight matchup is up next. Only 3 fights remaining in the main card. Man, you never know, man. Jacare Souza could get knocked out. Known to be, should easily get the victory by submission if he takes this. And in case you want to watch the fights, the links are given in the comment section. That is where you can watch those fights on along with us. Stream2watch.cc is also a very reliable connection. So you can search for that. Let me quickly change the stream settings so that you can get a little bit smoother coverage on the channel. In case this is your first time, let me remind you, this is MMA Live, your channel where we break down fights as they happen in the most technical manner possible, without screaming on top of my lungs, without drinking alcohol or smoking weed. The middleweight rankings are shown on the screen right now. Michael Bisping is the champion. Yoel Romero is the #1 contender. But Bisping seems to be fighting George St. Pierre next. That is still not confirmed. What is going to be the date for that one? GSP versus Bisping should be really interesting, as GSP is coming back from a long layoff. But if he does manage to win the fight, probably GSP will vacate the title, as most people are predicting. That will leave us with Romero and Jacare Souza probably going against each other one more time for determining who should be the true UFC middleweight champion. In my opinion, Jacare deserves it, but he is getting old. So he does not have a lot of time left on his hands. He did re-sign with the UFC recently for a 8-fight deal. He matches up really well against Michael Bisping. He has already defeated Gegard Mousasi, who is also a top contender. A lot of good things happening for Jacare Souza. But Robert the Reaper Whittaker is no joke. A newcomer who's got good striking, overall, and good takedown defense. That's what Robert Whittaker brings to the table. His most recent victory was against Derek Brunson in his hometown of Sydney, Australia, where he broke Brunson down and got the ground and pound victory. Jacare, though, is on a tear himself, winning multiple fights via submission or TKO. Now, it's going to be a really interesting fight to watch. Could be anybody's game. Let me know in the comments who you got for the middleweight matchup. Number 3 Jacare or number 6 Whittaker. 18-4 is Whittaker. 24-4 is Jacare. Souza, Ronaldo is his first name, as Robert Whittaker enters the octagon. Satan Live gives us a link. Thank you very much. Satan Live, thank you very much for the link, sir. All the listeners, that link should be working. Please go there and watch the fights as I break them down for you. Put the TV or the channel on mute and listen to the most technical fight breakdown available on YouTube, as Robert Whittaker enters the octagon in Kansas City, Missouri. He's not used to this time difference from Australia, but he's got acclimatized by coming here a week earlier. He's got some crazy tattoos and a mean left hook. Robert Whittaker can knock you out any fucking week. Robert Whittaker's stats are as follows: tied second longest active win streak in UFC middleweight division, 5-fight win streak. Highest striking rate amongst active UFC middleweights, 5.83 per minute. Finished 14 of 18 victories, 9 by knockouts and 5 by submissions. That is the record for Robert the Reaper Whittaker, but his ground game is up to no scratch against Jacare Souza. So he's got to be careful of the alligator's ground game. He said that clearly in the pre-fight UFC countdown show, where he said, I want to keep this fight standing. That is what he said. Let us see whether Jacare can get this guy to the ground. Most probably he will. One of the most accomplished grapplers to ever grace the octagon is Ronaldo Jacare Souza. He fights out of Espírito Santo, Brazil. One of the pioneers of the sport. He is 38 or 39 almost. He is enjoying himself. If he gets a victory here, that should make the middleweight rankings really interesting, because Yoel Romero is the clear number 1 contender. But after that, is it Mousasi? Is it Jacare? If you gotta ask me, I'm gonna probably go with Jacare, man, because he has defeated Mousasi. He's the last guy to beat Mousasi convincingly via submission through a guillotine choke. So that should be really interesting if he gets this victory against Whittaker. But he cannot underestimate Whittaker, man. He dismantled him in his last fight. So if Brunson could be dismantled like that, so could Jacare be. Jacare has to be careful of the first round. He should try to get this fight to the ground and finish it by submission at the earliest. What I would really want to see in the middleweight division after this matchup is Chris Weidman probably going back against Gegard Mousasi, a repeat of that debacle which happened in UFC 210. That is what I want to see after this. Former Strikeforce middleweight champion is Jacare, tied second most UFC middleweight finishes since 2013. He's got 6 finishes, and he has finished 20 of his 24 victories, 14 by submission and 6 by KO or TKO. That is how good Ronaldo Souza is. Really interesting matchup. Striking accuracy, Whittaker. Striking defense, Souza. Takedowns, Souza. Takedown defense, greatest to ever do it. Alongside Fedor and Anderson Silva in my book, the top 3. Souza's Whittaker is only 26, 6 feet 1. Souza has a 1-inch height advantage, but Whittaker has a surprisingly large reach advantage of almost 2 inches, 74 inches almost for Robert Whittaker. Brazil versus Australia. Grappler's Quest, thank you for joining into. He is the favorite, minus 240. That are the odds for Jacare Souza. Is that too big of an odd? I think so. Probably minus 180 would have been fair enough against Whittaker. Whittaker's no joke, man. Jacare Souza's pumped up. His striking's improved a lot. The referee is thankfully Mario Yamasaki for this very important UFC matchup. The new UFC ring girl is doing the ring work. Jacare Souza, Robert Whittaker, round one. Here we go. They touch gloves. Whittaker taking a orthodox stance, surprisingly. Souza's got to be careful. Got to keep his hands up. Can Whittaker be knocked out? Yes, he can be. But can Jacare be knocked out? Absolutely. Chin is not what these guys are famous for. Oh, Whittaker is so much more faster than Souza. Souza got to be careful of that left hook. I think that is the reason why Whittaker is in the orthodox stance. Souza got connected by a beautiful left hook. Souza clinching up. Gotta be careful. Souza gotta be careful of that left hook. Whittaker though, this orthodox stance is really good jabs by Whittaker. Whittaker stands is low for that takedown defense. Footwork wise, Whittaker is so much more smoother. Oh, straight left connects for Whittaker. Souza's got to be careful. Looks a little wobbly. Souza's got to be careful here. I just got a feeling here. Oh, good spinning back kick does not connect fully. Souza clinches up. Whittaker against the cage. Good punch to body by Souza. Whittaker tries to break away. Souza has got the underhook. Probably pushing for a takedown. Over under. Whittaker is not able to shake Souza off here. Good knee to the body by Souza. Good level change, but Whittaker. Good sprawl. Oh, good work by Whittaker. Oh, good scrambles. High on the back of Whittaker. Souza though has clearly established that he has good control on the ground if he goes against Whittaker. Let us see who has the better gas tank of these two men. Oh, good left connects but for Whittaker, but Souza is still doing okay. Pretty even first round actually. Oh, good right hook just whips past Whittaker. Souza's got to be careful. Whittaker's movement is unorthodox to say the least today. He is having a orthodox stance so that his jab connects more. Oh, a good right hook connects for Jacare. Good connection. Oh, good connection by Jacare again. Whittaker has to be careful. Goes for a teep kick, does not connect. Both men winging it, 45 seconds. Good jab connects for Whittaker. Pretty close round. Both men landing punches in the scrambles. Jacare is throwing a a good teep kick by Jacare, answered by Whittaker with a jab. Jacare though doing the same mistake as Jeremy Stevens. Oh, good left hook by Whittaker. 15 seconds remaining. Very close round. Very close round. Good enter round. Probably the judges are going to give this to Whittaker, in my opinion. Landing the slightly better significant strikes overall. Really close round. Really close. Thank you to all the listeners who are tuning in at this odd hour, especially in my country. It is right now 6:30 a.m. Jacare Souza getting good advice from his corner about the range management that he needs to do. The best bet that Souza has is to take this to the ground. And the best bet that Whittaker has is to keep it standing. That is not a secret. And Johnson versus Hayes, I don't think that's going to be a war. I think Johnson will clearly dominate Wilson Hayes. Probably TKO or submission round 2 or 3. That is my prediction for the main event. The fight which I'm actually a little confused is Michelle Waterson versus Rose Namajunas. That's a really interesting fight. I don't know who's going to win that one. That's a really close one. So is this. They touch gloves as round 2 begins. Daniel Cormier doing the ring work. Jacare got to be careful of the range that Whittaker operates in. Oh, good teep kick by Whittaker. Oh, good right hook. Good right hook. Good right hook by Whittaker. Almost finishes the fight. But Whittaker does not want to go to the ground. Man, that one connected clean. I guess he knocked out Jacare momentarily. Jacare got to be careful. Oh, going for the sprawl. Jacare is still a little dazed in my opinion. He almost knocked him out for a second and then he came back. Jacare on Queer Street. Gotta be careful. Oh, good uppercut. Oh, Jacare is wobbly. Jacare is wobbly. Whittaker sensing it. Whittaker sensing it. Oh, good head kick. Good left hook by Whittaker. Jacare still in trouble. Jacare still in trouble. Whittaker though, gotta be careful, should not punch himself out. Whittaker's being careful here. Jacare seems to have recovered a little bit, but clean connections by Whittaker. Twice or thrice. Oh, good left hook connects again by Whittaker. Jacare does not know what hit him. Jacare has to go for the takedown. See, this is why he's taking the orthodox stance, because Whittaker is a southpaw striker. And Jacare is aware of it, and this change has caught Jacare off guard. He has to take this fight to the ground immediately or his title hopes are as good as over. Good left hook again by Whittaker. Clear victory in this round for Whittaker. But Jacare can spring a surprise anytime. So Whittaker is still careful. He wants to win these rounds and get the unanimous decision, in my opinion. Good jab by Whittaker again. Great footwork shown by Whittaker throughout this fight, especially the second round. 2 minutes remaining. Oh, good right hand. But Whittaker also connected. Oh, good high kick for Whittaker. This one almost. Oh, Whittaker wants to finish the fight. Jacare though almost finishing the fight. Mario Yamasaki. Robert Whittaker finishes Jacare Souza. Wow, a lot of connections, a lot of blood pouring out of Jacare's face. Whew, as I said, don't underestimate this guy. Robert Whittaker packs a punch, and a mean punch at that. Beautiful victory for Robert Whittaker. Maybe an early stoppage, I don't know. But man, he got some clean connections. The footwork was very difficult for Jacare to figure this out. Really difficult. Let's recap the move of the fight. As Jacare was turning his head, he went for a high kick. Man, the 1-2 connected for Jacare. Oh, the high kick is what wobbled him. Oh, the punches. Jacare, a lot of trouble. Robert Whittaker pouring it on. Mario Yamasaki very close to finishing the fight very soon, but man, Jacare Souza was out of it. Jacare Souza, man, very hard to finish that guy, but Robert Whittaker does it beautifully in round 2. Man, what a performance for this guy. This shakes up the middleweight division. Blood loss. Whittaker, number 3. Because Souza was number 3, Whittaker was number 6. He beat Souza, so Souza will drop down to 6. Whittaker number 3, 4 should be Chris Weidman probably. And 5th, who's 5th? I don't know. Whoever. Okay, before we go to the next fight, let me quickly to Ketlen Vieira. Ketlen Vieira doing her UFC debut, getting the unanimous decision victory through overall control and better significant strikes. Then the hometown boy, Zach Cummins, submission early in round 1 for a dominant victory for Zach Cummins. Anthony Smith, a UFC veteran, got a surprise KO TKO against Andrew Sanchez, who was previously undefeated in the UFC. Then we had Devin Clark against Jake Collier. Devin Clark dominated Sterling, winning the decision through utter domination in the ground and pound and takedown department for getting a 29-28 decision victory for Aljamain Sterling. Then we had Louis Smolka versus Tim Elliott. Tim Elliott just fought for the title against Demetrious Johnson, the last guy to face him. Dominated Louis Smolka and got a unanimous decision victory in his favor. Then we had Bobby Green versus Rashid Magomedov. Controversial decision in my book. I thought Bobby Green did enough, but still pretty close fight. The judges thought that Magomedov should get the victory, so they gave it to him. Then we had Patrick Williams and Tom Duquesnoy, that's how they pronounce him. 2 knockdowns for Tom. That's what got him the victory as he finishes the fight via KO. And as we speak, Robert Whittaker joins Yoel Romero for the most number of finishes in recent UFC middleweight history. Then we had the featured UFC heavyweight main card prelim between Alexander Volkov versus Roy Big Country Nelson. Volkov making his UFC debut and getting the unanimous decision victory through superior striking and range management. That led us to the main card, and what a main card has it been. Beautiful and entertaining fight between Jeremy Stephens and Renato Moicano. Renato Moicano controlled the first and third round beautifully and getting the split decision against Jeremy Stephens, a veteran of the sport. Then we had the second fight of the main card, Robert Whittaker knocking out TKO against Ronaldo Jacare Souza. What an utterly dominating performance by Robert Whittaker. Up next, we have Tug Rose Namajunas versus the Karate Hottie, Michelle Waterson. Don't go nowhere, because we are going to be right back in this. The Twitter poll shows us that 81% of the audience is going with Demetrious Johnson. So it should be a really, really interesting fight. Let us see. The links for watching these fights are given in the comment section. If you have cable, I've also given you the channels to watch this on cable. Plus, also given you online links, stream2watch.cc, plus another link posted in the comment section. Do watch it with us as we get the promo for Cub Swanson versus Artem Lobov, which is coming up very soon in one of the UFC Fight Nights. And that's gonna be a war. Artem Lobov versus Do Ho Choi. That was such a great fight. Probably fight of the century. A lot of people are calling it that. But hey, Cub Swanson comes to fight. And the way these guys went back and forth. What a beautiful fight that was. Both these people bang hard, man. That is the next UFC Fight Night. Is it worthy of a main card headlining? I don't know. But hey, Cub Swanson has never been short of entertaining. So I don't mind watching that next time. That card is gonna be up next week. Ooh, so many fights. Cub Swanson versus Artem Lobov. Next Saturday, Alvia Quinta versus Diego Sanchez. Owen St. Preux versus Marcos Rogerio de Lima. John Dodson versus Eddie Wineland. Wow. Joe Lozon versus Stevie Ray. And Jake Ellenberger versus Platinum Mike Perry. This one is coming out of Nashville, Tennessee. Next week, 10 p.m. Eastern. Next Saturday, the day after my birthday, April 21st. We will be breaking down that one for you guys. As usual, no birthdays needed. No celebrations required. Rose Namajunas 6 wins and 3 losses. All of her 6 wins are by submission. Sorry, 5 out of 6 wins are by submission. The Karate Hottie, on the other hand, has 14 wins and 4 losses. 8 first round finishes for Michelle Waterson. The winner of this one should qualify to be the number 1 contender for Joanna Jędrzejczyk's belt. Should be really interesting, because if anyone deserves to fight Joanna Jędrzejczyk, it is the winner of this fight for sure. And I feel Michelle Waterson has the advantage in terms of experience and overall striking efficiency. Lobov and Cub Swanson both hit hard, but I don't think that deserves such billing significant. And in terms of finishes also, Cub Swanson finishes far more than Artem Lobov's 36%. And if you see, Lobov loses a lot more than Swanson also, so my pick is probably going to be Cub Swanson by decision or TKO round 3. Man, the next one is also going to be a war. Alia Quinta versus Diego Sanchez. Raging Al has been silent for quite some time. 12 wins and 3 losses. In terms of reach, it's Diego Sanchez, but he is getting old, so I'm going to give a decision victory to Al Iaquinta. Then we got OSP, who got knocked out recently but bounced back with a victory. Number 8 goes up against Marcos Rogerio de Lima. This should be a really interesting one. Again, reach advantage for OSP significant. Also a 2-inch height advantage. I am probably going to go with OSP for this one, even though de Lima finishes more fights than OSP. The one which I'm most interested is actually this one. This one is going to be really good. John Dodson, number 7, the Magician, goes up against number 10, Eddie Wineland. Eddie Wineland can bang. So can John Dodson. Look at the finishing rate here. More than 50% for both men. This one's going to be a banger. This should be the co-main event easy. But just because Diego Sanchez has got that brawler style, they have updated that one into the co-main event. We also got Joe Lozon going up against Stevie Ray. This should be a submission fighter's delight. Again, a lot of submission victories for both of them. So this one should be really, really interesting. I'm going to pick probably this one's really close, man. I can't pick this one. But I'm going to pick Joe Lozon on this one against Stevie Ray. And we got Platinum Mike Perry against the juggernaut Jake Ellenberger. I don't know which Ellenberger is going to turn up. If it's a good one, Mike Perry is going to go out. But if it's the usual Jake Ellenberger who turns up, then Mike Perry got it easy. All of his fights have been finishes. That is the one thing which you can notice in Mike Perry's fights. He finishes fights. And if you look at his strikes landed per minute, almost double of Jake Ellenberger, and accuracy is also higher. So I'm going to give this one to Platinum Mike Perry. On the undercard, we got a good one. Smiling Sam Alwick against Talis Lattis. I'm going to give this one probably to Alwick just because of the overall KO/TKO percentage and the propensity of Talis Lattis to get punched in the face. We also got a couple of good ones. Dustin Ortiz, Brandon Moreno. This should be really interesting fight. Really interesting fight, this one. Can't predict what's going to happen. Then we got Scott Holtzman versus Michael McBride. And the opener, Jessica Penne versus Daniela Taylor. I'm going to pick Penne for this one, even though Daniela Taylor is coming off a victory. Who else is there in the prelims? Alexis Davis against Cindy Dandois. I'm going to be picking Alexis Davis for that one. Brian Barberina versus Joe Proctor. I'm going to be picking Brian Barberina. And the opener, Hector Sandoval versus Mark Schnell. I'm going to be picking Hector Sandoval. These are my picks for the next UFC Fight Night. Let us go back to the current one as Michelle Waterson, the karate Audi, enters the octagon first before Tug Rose Namajunas, one of the most beautiful fighters in the UFC strawweight division for sure. But she did get defeated by Karolina Kowalkiewicz recently. And Karolina Kowalkiewicz went ahead and fought Joanna Jędrzejczyk. So Rose Namajunas has fallen short before, but it mattered to get the number 1 contenders fight. So she is getting the prep talk from one of her coaches, which she needs desperately. Let us see which Rose Namajunas turns up. She said in the countdown show that this is the best she has ever looked. Is that the truth? Do not know. Highest takedown accuracy in UFC strawweight history, 58%. Second most submissions attempted in UFC strawweight history, 5. And Tough 20 strawweight finalist is Tug Rose Namajunas. She did lose in the finale fight. So these trends are very apparent in Tug Rose's fights. Rose Namajunas falls short when it matters. This is the co-main event. Michelle Waterson versus Rose Namajunas. My pick is Waterson by decision late or submission early. Same prediction for Johnson versus Hayes. Namajunas is only 24. Waterson's is 31. Namajunas is 2 inches taller and will have a 3-inch reach advantage. That should be really interesting to see. But Michelle Waterson's kicks are definitely more creative than Namajunas. The ground game is pretty much even. Striking, I'll give the slight advantage to Waterson. In terms of striking defense and in terms of takedown defense, I would definitely give the advantage to Michelle Waterson. She does not get taken down that easily. 14 wins and 4 losses. She is the underdog, surprisingly. Plus 100. So pretty even Stevens for this fight. Very difficult to predict. As I said before, really difficult to predict this one. In case you want to watch these fights, the links are in the comment section. Please go ahead and click on those links or find those channels on the internet or XBMC, Cody or cable. That is how you watch these fights. The crowd going nuts for the karate hottie. As I have my crystal ball with me for predicting these kind of things, it is saying the blue corner. Minus 130 favorite is Rose Namajunas. She is wearing blue, but I don't know who the blue corner is. The blue corner looks like is Michelle Waterson. So it's really interesting to see which blue is my crystal ball showing. I'm just playing with you. I don't believe in this shit. The referee is Keith Peterson, the beautiful Vanessa Hansen, Chrissy Blair, and Brittany Palmer doing the ring work, along with a UFC newcomer ring girl. Let us see. Will they touch gloves? They don't touch gloves. Interesting. Southpaw stance for Michelle Waterson, who always wears the full t-shirt. Good oblique kick by Waterson, who trains out of Jackson Winklejohn's Academy. Is this fight going to be a knockout? I don't think so. Oh, good right hook by Waterson. Good teep kick by Namajunas. Almost connecting Namajunas early. Oblique kicks. Oh, good oblique kick with a switch up straight. Oh, beautiful takedown by Michelle Waterson. Wow, that was so easy. Beautiful stuff. Straight into side control, but Rose wants to roll up, go to the back, which could be possible. Michelle Waterson has to be careful. Rose has got her legs clasped. Oh, she's doing this well. Rose is trying to transition to the back of Michelle Waterson, but Waterson is keeping the pressure on the side of the head. Good head control. Good head control. Oh, Namajunas take the back. Not good, not good. Good hand fighting by Michelle Waterson. Namajunas beautifully takes the back. Good jiu-jitsu there by Rose. Body lock is in position. Oh, good scrambling. Moves to top. Michelle Waterson now landing on half guard on the bottom. Good scrambling by Rose. Waterson recovers guard. Couple of punches to the face. Waterson's ground game is really good. Rose has to be careful. Maybe Waterson going up for a triangle choke. Yes, she wants it. Yes, she wants it. Oh, good guard position. Yes, almost. Rose got to be careful of that. But she stacks. Oh, she almost. What flexibility by Michelle Waterson, but she does not get the triangle choke. Still in guard. Good elbow by Rose. 2 minutes and 7, 6, and 5 seconds remaining in case you want to sync this up to the most technical fight analysis channel on YouTube, MMA Live. Do leave a subscribe while you're here. Still working out of the guard. Michelle wants to go for the armbar, but Rose says, no, not today. Rose surprisingly not using a lot of punches. Good defense by Waterson though. I'm really surprised that Rose is not able to get the ground and pound going. Waterson is definitely strong. Oh, good elbow. Good elbow by Rose. Two good elbows. Oh, armbar attempt does not connect. Armbar attempt once more. Rose has to be careful. Oh yeah, she got this one. Probably. Uh-oh. Rose got to be careful. Oh, good defense. Good defense. Rose recovers. Oh, beautiful knee. Beautiful knee by Rose. Good pressure. But they are up, fighting against the cage. Michelle Waterson, though, is known to take a punch. Oh, good elbow by Rose again. Elbow is definitely the advantage for Rose. Oh, beautiful oblique kick. Wow, that one bent her leg back. That is such a dangerous move, this oblique kick. Oh, once more. Good range finding. Oh, beautiful oblique kick again. Again. Rose has to be careful. They clinch up. Good knee to the body. Good takedown. Oh, again, she falls off. Michelle Waterson lands up in guard again. Could have been an even round, but just due to the pressure put by... Oh, arm triangle? No? Round coming to an end. And it is. Really interesting fight. Round one is over. Whew. Michelle Waterson is a little disappointed. She almost got the armbar. But hey, she got to calm down. That's what her coaches are telling. Rose Namajunas is known to fall short in the big fights. Michelle Waterson is laughing for some reason. I have no clue. Really close first round. But I got to give it to Rose, man. Just because of the guard work and the elbow she landed. You got to give it to Rose. But man, the oblique kicks. Seriously, such extension of the knees. It's unreal. The way the knee gets extended, and whenever Rose wanted to come in, man, those knees were crazy. The takedown was initiated by Michelle Waterson. Definitely. The way Ronda Rousey does it, the judo throw, that's how Michelle Waterson got the takedown. But Rose Namajunas, man, seriously. Good defense. Let's see how this goes. No touch of gloves again. Round two. Number 4 Waterson versus number 6 Waterson versus number 4 Namajunas. Rose says bring it. Oh, spinning hook kick does not connect for Waterson. The one Edson Barbosa landed. Oh, beautiful oblique kick by Michelle. Good teep kick by Rose. Michelle is having a reach disadvantage in this fight, so she has to be careful of how she manages. Oh, a good kick to the body by Michelle. Rose wants to close the distance. Good teep kick by Michelle. Oh, good inside leg kick, but right hand connects for Rose. Oh, Michelle Waterson just wants to clinch and go for a takedown. Oh my goodness, head kick by Rose Namajunas. Can Michelle Waterson recover? Not north-south position. Wow. What a head kick by Rose Namajunas. Gotta be careful, Michelle Waterson. You're gonna go night-night, man. Side control, Kimura available. Kimura is available. But good ground and pound by Rose Namajunas, man. Rose is pouring it on. Can she get it in the big fight? The referee is close to stopping this, but Michelle recovers guard. Michelle's got to scramble up, man. That's the only way she gets out of this. What a clean head kick by Rose. See, this is the propensity of southpaw fighters, dropping their hand, similar to Luke Rockhold. Remember how he got knocked out by Michael Bisping? Yeah, similar to that. Dropping the shoulders. Michelle Waterson seems to have recovered, but bad position for Michelle Waterson. She has got the legs clasped. Oh, good punches by Rose. Guard recovery. Michelle Waterson scrambles up. Oh, Rose wants to go for a rear naked. Oh, this one is tight. This one is tight. This one is really tight. Oh, this one's tight. It is all over. Rose Namajunas with the biggest victory of her mixed martial arts career. Rear naked choke. Bad positioning. Michelle Waterson forgot her defense. Rose Namajunas gets it done when it matters. Beautiful. Beautiful. Tug. Rose by rear naked choke. What a fight. Rose Namajunas is really emotional. She is crying. But man, does she deserve all the accolades, man. Whew. She finishes one of the toughest females in mixed martial arts, Michelle Waterson. Michelle Waterson's really disappointed. I mean, those were some very basic errors she did. Man, Tug Rose getting it done. Probably number one contender now for Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Probably. Man. Oh, that head kick. Clean head kick. Great ground and pound. Should have been stopped probably if I look back at it. You can't put your hands down, man. When you're moving away, can't do that. You gotta keep it up. Basic mistakes cost you big fights. And Michelle Waterson just wanted to scramble out, so she was coming up like this against the cage. Tug Rose got one arm around and just cranked it. She just cranked it. Beautiful stuff. The positioning wasn't correct. Michelle Waterson was trying to defend, but she had to tap, man. She was going out. She had to tap. And it wasn't a rear naked choke, it was more like a neck crank. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Michelle Waterson is game though, man. She is as game as they come. Down as technically as possible without screaming on top of my lungs, without friends to disturb, without any weed or tobacco, just pure fight breakdowns. So do leave a sub because we do this. Whew. All set for the main event. Wilson Hayes, can he pull this off? I don't think so. But yes, I have been proven wrong in this fight by Rose Namajunas. So can Wilson Hayes surprise the planet Earth by defeating Mighty Mouse? Is it possible? One thing going for Wilson is that he trains out of the same camp as Dominic Cruz, the last guy to defeat Mighty Mouse. So if anybody can do it, it should be a guy from his camp. They train out of Alliance MMA. Del Fierro is the striking coach. A great team they've got at Alliance. So if anybody could do it, should be Wilson Hayes. But I don't have trust in anybody's game right now to defeat probably the greatest pound for pound fighter on planet Earth, Demetrious Johnson, who plays his Xbox and PC games and then whoops everybody's ass. That's how good Demetrious Johnson is. Michelle Waterson is more happy in her defeat than I've seen any other fighter be happy. And Rose Namajunas is more sad in her defeat than I've seen anyone else. Thug Rose getting the rear naked choke. Michelle Waterson, a learning experience for her, round 2 victory. The greatest living American, Brian Stan, doing the post-fight interview. I have Waterson too, but hey, it is what it is. 6 out of 7 victories, all by submission for Thug Rose. Most finishes in UFC strawweight history, 3 for Thug Rose Namajunas. She ties Joanna Jędrzejczyk for the highest number of finishes. Michelle Waterson, while she was moving away, dropped her hands and the kick came from this side. Boom! She was almost out. And while she was scrambling, she forgot about her hand positioning. Thug Rose just clamped some hands on her and cranked it. Modified neck crank, come rear naked choke. And more of a rear naked choke if I look at it again. But good positioning, good body lock. Finally, Thug Rose smiles in the presence of Brian Stan. Joanna Jędrzejczyk 7 victories in strawweight. Rose 4, Tisha Torres 4, Paige Van Zandt 4. These are the highest victories in UFC strawweight. Namajunas has already defeated Paige Van Zandt. We are all set for the main event between Demetrious Johnson, who has notable victories over Joseph Benavidez twice, John Dodson twice, and Tim Elliott, going up against Wilson Hayes, 22-6, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, training out of Alliance MMA, the same camp as Dominic the Dominator Cruz, who is doing the commentary for this fight on UFC Fox. Joining into the stream and supporting the channel, as always, do leave a like and subscribe if you like the play-by-play and fight analysis done by me on the channel. As we await the main event, let me quickly take you guys through to what happened today on UFC, demolishing Jake Collier and winning a unanimous decision victory. Then we had Aljamain Sterling finally getting back to the win column against Augusto Mendes. Beautiful domination by Aljamain Sterling, getting 29. A very, very close fight. In my opinion, Bobby Green did enough, but the judges gave it to Magomedov. Then we had the second finish of the night. Patrick Williams getting TKO'd by Tom Duquesnoy. That is how they call him, I guess. 2 knockdowns for him, and he finishes the fight. Then we came to the featured prelim fight in the UFC Fox prelims. Alexander Volkov versus Roy Big Country Nelson. Big Country got a takedown, but apart from that, he couldn't do much throughout the fight, as Alexander Volkov kept the range, kept the jab going, kept the kicks going. Utter domination by Alexander Volkov. Then we went to the main card. Jeremy Stephens, Renato Moicano. Surprise, surprise, motherfuckers, as Conor McGregor would say. Who the fuck is that guy? Got defeated by a newcomer, undefeated newcomer, Renato Moicano, getting the split decision against Jeremy Stephens. Very close fight though. Then surprise of the night and performance of the night, in my opinion, easy. Robert the Reaper Whittaker knocking out Ronaldo Jacare Souza. Jacare got a takedown but couldn't do much. Robert Whittaker landed a head kick, wobbled him, and then finished the fight via ground and pound for a surprise victory, which moves him up right to the top of the middleweight rankings. Then in the co-main event, We got Tug Rose Namajunas getting a rear naked choke against the karate hottie Michelle Waterson for another surprise victory in the main card, as we are all set for UFC Fight Night. Johnson versus Hayes main event in Kansas City, Missouri. Demetrious Johnson, pound for pound number one in the rankings, going up against Wilson Hayes, fighting out of Alliance MMA. His teammate Dominic Cruz doing the UFC Fox Fight Night announcing duties today. Probably going in favor of Hayes, obviously, as his teammate. But I'm going to be picking Demetrious Johnson via decision or submission. Who will push the pace will determine the outcome of the fight. The links for watching the fights are given in the comment section. You can also watch watch.cc. You can watch it there. Or you can watch it on these channels on cable. If you got cable, XBMC, Cody, any of these channels, you can watch them here. The second link. And in case that does not work, you should definitely try this one. This link will work for you guys. This was given by one of our listeners. The Twitter poll says 85% Demetrious Johnson, 15% for Wilson Hayes. These three links should be working for you guys. Do keep it logged into this channel. This is MU Live and I'm Harry. And we do this every fucking week. Good night of fights, good finishes, stand-up style, which will confuse him. We have to wait and see. But my pick is going to be Johnson by decision or submission. Jiu-Jitsu black belt, decent striking, good cardio overall. Both of them made 124 as their weight. Let us see what happens in the main event as Wilson Hayes makes his way to the center of the octagon for the main event. Will it be Johnson? Will it be Hayes? This is the Sprint Center, Kansas City, Missouri, hosting the main event of UFC Fight Night, Johnson versus Hayes. The blue corner is going to be Hayes in this one. I do not want to go into prediction mode, but this is going to be clear cut. Johnson by submission, could be TKO too. Wilson Hayes has been finished before, so it's no surprise to me that he cannot be finished one more time by the greatest pound for pound fighter on planet Earth, Demetrious Johnson. Wilson Hayes looks comfortable, looks rehydrated enough. He is much thicker built than Demetrious Johnson. But in terms of cardio, I gotta give the advantage to Demetrious Johnson, who always pushes, always. In case you want to watch the fights, the links are given in the comment section. You got 3 types of links. One, SPN, which is my favorite channel for watching UFC fights for free. Not exactly free, it's $1 a month, which is really cheap compared to UFC's Fight Pass subscription, and they give you all the UFC pay-per-views and fight nights as they happen. That is my favorite channel, and there are other channels given to you on the comment section. Do check them out. Fluke on the ground is Wilson. Really interesting to see how these scrambles work out, man. Really interesting to see them. Can Mighty Mouse get this done? Oh, sorry, Eyes. Sorry about that. I did not sleep all night, man. I did not sleep. Been doing this from 5 a.m. today. It's around 7 a.m. right now in my country, and I haven't slept all night. Got to get the stream going. Got to keep it up for you guys, the listeners. You guys are top priority, as always. And the crowd, for some reason, is going nuts. As Demetrious Johnson, the most underrated fighter by the audience generally, who suddenly got this notoriety because he is closing in on the greatest record in mixed martial arts, which is Anderson Silva's 10th title defense. Will it affect DJ? I don't know. He's generally a calm customer, but you gotta see what happens in the first round. You gotta see that. Because if Wilson Hayes surprises Johnson in the first round, this could go bonkers, man. Does Demetrious Johnson feel the pressure? Yeah, sometimes he does. The way Dominic Cruz confused him in his fight against DJ many years ago. Demetrious looks a little tense today. Gotta say that, man. Looks a little tense. But Matt Hume, one of the best coaches in mixed martial arts, is in his corner. So Demetrious always takes one round to figure out what your weaknesses are, and then he'll exploit. But can Wilson Hayes spring a surprise? You never know, man. UFC flyweight champion, 11-fight win streak, tied second most consecutive UFC title defenses. He's tied with GSP right now, 9 title defenses. Anderson Silva's got 10. He wants 11, and I think he can get 11. I don't know about you guys, but I really think so. But can he pull it off against Wilson Hayes? Never know. CM Punk finally connected to the stream. Thank you. A lot of fluctuations. Not a lot of fans are actually buying this pay-per-view whenever Demetrious Johnson is featured on that. So that is why they put him on UFC Fight Night. Free TV, man. Free TV. Greatest fighter on planet Earth right now. What more do you want? Wake up and watch these fights. As a true mixed martial arts fan, that is what you need to be doing right now. Watching the fights go down. That is utmost priority. And Kansas City, Missouri is honored to feature these 2 fighters. Wilson Hayes is number 3. Johnson is the champion. Johnson is 30. Hayes is 32. Johnson is 5'3". Hayes is 5'4". Who has the reach advantage? Surprisingly, Demetrious Johnson has the reach advantage here. 63-inch reach advantage. That is quite significant for Demetrious Johnson. Bruce Buffer, though, as usual, doing the fight opening and introducing the fighters. Wilson Hayes looks calm and collected. Can he punch? Oh, most definitely he can punch, sir. The judges are Sal Diamato, Cardo Urso, and Marcos Rosales. The referee is Dan Murgliata, the one who screwed up Chris Weidman. Same referee is doing the main event. Hope you don't screw this one up, Dan. Let me tell you that. This is the 10th title defense for Demetrious. It means a lot to him. So Mr. Mugliata, keep it going. Keep it simple. And the crowd just went berserk. As Bruce Buffer says, it's time. 5 rounds in the UFC flyweight division. Introducing first is Wilson Hayes, 22 wins and 6 losses. 6 is a lot of losses for Wilson Hayes. Good wrestling, great jiu-jitsu, 5 feet 4 inches, bunkers. Let us see what the odds are for Demetrious Johnson. Calm and collected. 25 wins, 2 losses, 1 no contest. Las Vegas odds minus 750. Are you kidding me? That is one of the most one-sided odds I have seen Las Vegas make in this year, 2017. Always in shape, Demetrious Johnson. Gotta be careful of the opponent though. Just like Tim Elliott surprised him in the first round of his last title defense. Gotta be careful. He does look nervous though. Demetrious Johnson does look nervous. Will they touch gloves? Let us see. Dan Murgliata is so huge compared to these people. Will they touch gloves? They do. Going back to their corners. Demetrious Johnson, Wilson Hayes in the yellow trunks representing Brazil. Demetrious Johnson in the gold and black trims for the championship trunks. Demetrious generally fights southpaw. Let us see how this one goes. Here we go, round 1. Are you ready, MMA fans? Here we go. Demetrious throwing the jabs. Southpaw for Wilson Hayes. Good inside leg kick by Johnson. Johnson though got stuck in the corner for a second there. Good kick to the body by Demetrious. Wilson Hayes keeping the pressure. Good straight by Demetrious. Leg kicks exchanged by both men. Good pressure by Wilson. But Demetrious slowly figuring that out. Oh, good inside leg kick by Demetrious. Good one. Oh, over the top, does not connect for Johnson. Wilson Hayes surprisingly calm and collected, pushing the pace actually. Good high kick blocked by Wilson. He wants to throw that. Oh, connection by Wilson. Good recovery by Johnson though. Probably a slip, most probably a slip. Wilson possesses power early. Do not underestimate Wilson's power. He wants to go for that left straight down the middle. Good kick to the legs by Demetrious. Good straight by Demetrious. That sudden influx of energy that Demetrious has, very few people can figure that out. Good high kick, good teep kick, both blocked by Wilson. So fast. Good level change. Oh, tripped by Wilson, but Demetrious recovers. Good knee to the body. And good knee to the body once again by Demetrious. Wilson did get the takedown, but Demetrious immediately up. Oh, good straight by Demetrious. Wilson's head looks so big compared to his body. I don't know, it looks weird, man. A lot of head movement by both men. Good teep kick by Demetrious. Good changes in direction by Demetrious. All day, every day. Do check out the links which are given in the comment section. Oh, good right hook by Wilson. Good right straight by Demetrious. Good high kick and teep kick connects for Demetrious. Wilson is still hanging in there though. Wow, what speed by both men. Oh, good inside leg kick again by Demetrious. Wilson Hayes is trying to imitate Demetrious Johnson, but he is getting lit up whenever he tries to do that. Clash of heads, inadvertent. Good right hook by Demetrious Johnson. Wilson Hayes is only feinting a lot. He's not doing much. As of now, he's not. 54 seconds remaining. Good level change. Sprawl by Demetrious. Oh, good sprawl by Demetrious. Good knee. Good knee. Good knee to the body by Demetrious. 40 seconds remaining. Sync this up, guys. Good right hook by Demetrious. Slowly getting into his groove is Johnson, who's figuring out the movements of Wilson Hayes. Oh, good connections by Demetrious. Wobble Reis. Hayes, should I call him. 15 seconds remaining. Ten seconds remaining. That should be one round in the book for the greatest fighter on planet Earth today. Thank you to all the listeners who are tuning in to this stream. Get the bongs out, boys. Can't see Johnson losing all day. DJ with the farmer's tan. Big tan there. Thank you to all the comments. Do not forget to leave a sub to the channel where we break down all fights as technically as possible. Good advice by Matthew to keep the distance. As always, great advice by him. Johnson though does not look tired, will not get tired in most situations. Wilson Hayes actually doing okay in my opinion, but if you had to decide whose round was that, that was clearly one round in the book for Mighty Mouse. I have to see how the gas tank hold-ups for Wilson. Will they touch gloves? They don't. Round 2 begins. 4 minutes 55 seconds remaining. Johnson clinches up, wants to test the clinch game. Good knee to the body. Trip, does not connect. Good inside leg kick. Connects for Demetrious. Oh, good uppercut by Wilson. Demetrious still got to be careful. Wilson still has power. Oh, the feints. Good feints by Wilson, but Demetrious understands it. Switch kick does not connect. Good inside leg kick by Wilson. Oh, level change and takes the back. Demetrious Johnson, but leaves it. Oh, good knee to the body by Demetrious. Man, Demetrious is so fast. His sprawl and takedown defense. Oh, flying knee attempt by Wilson out of nowhere. Good kick to the body by Johnson. Slowly the punches are starting to pile up for Johnson. Wilson is only... Oh, good kick to the body by Johnson. He's a machine, man. Oh, good right hook. Connects for both men, actually. Good inside leg kick by Hayes. Oh, Superman punch. A lot of punches by Johnson. Johnson gets the back again. Oh, roll up by Wilson. And they scramble back up. Inside leg kick connects for Wilson Reis. This most likely looks like a decision victory for Demetrious today. Good sprawl by Demetrious again. Wilson Reis surprisingly not going for the takedown and going to the ground. Good inside leg kick by Johnson. Wilson has to pull the trigger, man. Oh, good elbow by Wilson, just as I said. But Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson just eats it. Oh, a good right hook by Mighty Mouse. Slowly but surely the punches are going through. Good right hook again by Mighty Mouse. It's mostly feints by Wilson till now. Good kick to the body by Johnson. Wilson goes for the Hail Mary. Good punches by Demetrious. Uppercut does not connect. Straight does not connect. I mean, the pace at which these guys are going is ridiculous. Very similar to the first round. It's Demetrious all the way. Good teep kick by Demetrious. Oh, good left straight. That one connected. Wilson is only doing head movements and feints. He's not throwing anything. This is going to tire him out. Oh, Johnson wings one but does not connect. It only takes one, as they say. Wilson could spring a surprise any moment. Good inside leg kick by Johnson. 25 seconds remaining. Can he keep this pace against a guy who... Oh, good knee to the body. That one dropped. Wilson, that is difficult. Oh, this one might be. Oh, Johnson pouring it on. Ground and pound. Elbows. Elbows. Close to be finished. Wow. So close. So close to be finished. Wow. That knee to the body all dropped him. Oh, that was a hard one. It was almost like a jumping knee. Hammer fist, hammer fist, hammer fist. Oh, Wilson Reis is all kinds of busted up near his eye. It's difficult. It's difficult to continue this pace. Thank you, Mintan. Thank you, Irie Eyes. Thank you very much. Do leave a sub if you appreciate. The links which are given on the comment section, they should be working. Set for round 3. That was really close to be finished. Dan Mugiera says, let's get it on. Demetrious feeling it. No touch of gloves. Demetrious will look to go to the body, but he has to be careful again. Not even measurable, guys. It's all milliseconds. Demetrious, though, much more flat-footed in this round compared to Wilson. Oh, good jab by Demetrious. Wilson, though, has to pull the trick. Oh, a good level change, and what a sprawl by Johnson. All the way he sprawls is textbook. Please write a book, Demetrious Johnson, because we would read it. Wilson Reis wants to go to the ground. Demetrious says, bring it up. Good kick to the body. Good elbow. Rocked Wilson there momentarily. Demetrious says, I ain't going nowhere to the ground because I'm going to eat you up on the feet. Wilson Reis does not know what to do here. Straight right, elbows. Oh, good kick to the body. The kicks is what is hurting Wilson Reis right now. Reis has to throw. Please throw something, sir. Please. He's only fainting. Yeah, like that. Good kick to the body by Reis. Good turnaround kick by Demetrious, partially connects. 169 attacks, out of which 90 have landed. That is how. Oh, good step around kick again by Demetrious. Spinning back fist by Wilson. Good straight right by Demetrious. Johnson just sees these moves 2 kilometers away. It's like seeing Kansas City from New York. That's how Demetrious Johnson sees these things. The beautiful change of positions, change of stance, in and out. Oh, good right hook. Takes Wilson Reis to the ground on my term. Oh, beautiful movement to side control. Wow, that is like butter. Maybe Kimura? No. Hammer fist. Side control again. Kimura is what Johnson wants to go for. Or maybe a guillotine is presenting itself. Yes, it is. Darce is also available. But I think Johnson likes the Kimura. Yes, he is isolating the arm. Oh, elbows. Elbows. 1 minute 20. A lot of time remaining in the round. Can we get a finish, Demetrious? Please, give us a finish. Darce is probably the easier route right now, but we gotta go to north-south here. Wilson recovers guard. Oh, good elbow by Demetrious. Wilson Reis tiring out slowly but surely. Good right hook, good short elbow. Oh, good short elbow by Demetrious. Oh, good right hook. Good punch, good punch. Kimura. Kimura is what he's looking for, probably. But good defense by Wilson Reis till now. Oh, going for mount, probably. Almost got it. Mount is available, sir. Yes. Ground and pound. Oh, mount, full mount. Hammer fist. Armbar, beautiful. Yes, that is how you do it. That is how you do it. Ooh, the signature celebration. Man, this guy has to be the greatest of all time. If not, right now, man, the way he switched over to the armbar from full mount and ground and pound, that is a work of art. Yes, sir. You deserve the 10th title defense. Yes, sir. You are now equal to Anderson Silva's record of 10 title defenses. The step and switch straight leads to a takedown, moves to half guard, slowly moves to side control, gets the mount, hammer fist, punches, and then from the mount takes the arm, moves to side control of it, and he gets the submission late in round 3. Demetrious Johnson getting it done in style against Wilson Reis. Probably submission bonus, seriously. And the signature finish. DJ Cody, that one is gonna go bonkers, ladies and gents, I'm telling you that. Beautiful armbar. As I predicted. Armbar finish. It's probably gonna be the winner of Sergio Pettis versus Henry Cejudo. Could be possible, which is happening next week. But who's left in flyweight? Seriously, who is there? John Dodson moved to 135 because he got defeated by DJ twice. Are you guys understanding the reality of the situation right now? 10 title defenses. Only one man has done it before. That is Anderson the Spider Silva. And he equals the Spider on that list. Next time he defeats anybody, he's going to go beyond Anderson Silva's record. That is going to be 11 title defenses. Who's there in flyweight? I don't know. Who's available in flyweight? The undisputed. If there is a meaning to the word unanimous and undisputed, that is Demetrious Johnson, ladies and gents. Brian Stan doing the post-fight interview. And one last time, I'm gonna let you guys... Man, the crowd just went nuts. Finally, Demetrious Johnson gets what he deserves. The respect of the audience and the respect of mixed martial arts fans. Longest win streaks in UFC history: Anderson Silva 16, John Jones 13, Demetrious Johnson 12. Undefeated for 12 fights. Can you believe it? You better believe it, because this is the era of the Mighty Mouse. Let's quickly go through all the fights which happened today, entertained us, and made us love mixed martial arts. The first one, Ashley Evans Smith going up against Caitlin Riera, unanimous decision for Caitlin. Then the hometown boy, Zach Cummins, getting the first round submission against Nathan Coy. And one of the knockouts of the night, Anthony Smith against Andrew Sanchez. Beautiful TKO victory for Anthony Smith, the UFC winner. Then we had Devin Clark going up against Jake Collier. Utter domination for Devin Clark. Then we had Aljamain Sterling coming back into the win column. Finally, after two back-to-back losses, beautiful performance, 29-28 for Aljamain Sterling. And in the flyweight division, we had Tim Elliott, who fought Demetrious Johnson last time and got defeated by him, against Luis Smolka. He dominated Luis Smolka in the grappling exchanges, beautiful takedowns, and get the unanimous decision victory. Demetrious Johnson getting a huge pop from the audience. Bobby Green, Rashid Magomedov, very, very controversial in my opinion. I felt that Bobby Green did enough in that fight, but it is what it is. They gave it to Rashid Magomedov. Then we had Mr. Williams, Patrick Williams, getting TKO'd by Tom Duke Nesoy, or however you pronounce his name. Beautiful knockdowns and TKO for him. Then we had probably the most awaited heavyweight matchup in the entire card, Alexander Volkov versus Roy Nelson. Volkov getting the better in the stand-up exchanges against Alexander. Roy Nelson got a takedown, but was not enough as Volkov dominated the stand-up. Then the main card, the first one, beautiful fight between Renato Moicano, UFC newcomer, against Jeremy Stephens. Back and forth fight, but Renato edging out Stephens via split decision. Then we had surprise motherfuckers, Robert Whittaker knocking out Jacare Souza. Beautiful head kick followed up by ground and pound as Souza fails to become the number one contender. Robert Whittaker suddenly is in the top three. Knockout or finish of the night for sure for Robert the Reaper Whittaker, fighting out of Sydney, Australia. Then we had one more beautiful submission by Rose Namajunas, 6 out of 7 for her in the co-main event against Michelle Waterson. Beautiful rear naked choke for Tug Rose. And then we have the Mighty Mouse going up against the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Wilson Hayes. Round one was pretty close, feeling out process, and then Demetrious Johnson did what Demetrious Johnson does, unleash the mouse on the opponent. Beautiful victory via armbar for the Mighty Mouse, who equals Anderson Silva's record for the most title defenses in UFC history. Thank you to all the listeners joining into the stream as we wrap this up. Beautiful work. Thank you to all the listeners. I'm gonna peace out now. Do leave a sub while you're here, because that really helps out the channel. Till next time, next week, I'm gonna be peacing out. This is MMA Live, and I'm Harry, and this is your channel for technical play-by-play and fight analysis. Till next time, guys, I'll see you. Keep safe, and adios amigos.